First of all, hello and welcome to my very first stream. I am Spectro and this is the Melodic. I have decided to treat this channel name as a sort of performance because I want to keep the name separate from myself as a person. The thing that we are going to play today, as you could have told from the thumbnail, is Astronought. It's a somewhat short but very interesting visual novel which we are going to take a look at. In a second I'm going to pull it up. If my settings are correct, then it should start very soon. Okay, I'm running the file and now I'm switching. Okay, yes, the gameplay did appear. Now the only question... Yes. Okay. Can you hear this properly? Also question, were you able to hear this as well? Was there music in the starting screen? Okay. Okay, perfect. Then everything works the way it should supposed to. Well then, with a little bit more confidence, let's restart. So, this is Astronought, a kind of short visual novel about this quote-unquote intruder you come across in your spaceship. I don't know much about the game other than looking up a few images, so I am able to make the thumbnail for it. But let's just go right in. I'm going to trust the base settings. The only thing I'm going to check if the music is not too loud. Okay, let's start. Vessel. By the Dairy 221. Designation: Mechanic. Please input crewmate identification. Oh, I can actually give my name. Okay. Okay. Oh. The moment my eyes flicked open, I instantly knew something was wrong. Bright red lights flooded the ambience within my private quarters, leaving everything looking blood-soaked and gruesome. For a second there was a pulse of fear in my chest, before it faded, my logic stifling my instincts, telling me it was too soon to panic. Despite how the crimson hue signaled danger all around me, it was better to keep my head on straight. My hand reached up to scratch an uncontrollable itch on my collar, only to find my arm was caught underneath my tablet desk. Luckily, my suit cushioned most of the impact, leaving a dull ache and nothing more. Okay, so I'm assuming I'm right here on the floor since this thing is on my hand. Grunting with effort, I kicked off the offending furniture and set off to assess everything, fixing my visor over my eyes. I casted a quick glance around my room. Some furniture toppled on their sides, and my usually neat shelf of books and trinkets chaotic and disorganized. OCD nightmare. Did the ship crash into something while I was asleep? Usually there was a piercing alarm accompanying the emergency lights, but oddly enough, it's gone quiet. Either I slept through it somehow, or something else happened for it to malfunction. As a person in charge of the repairs and maintenance, that didn't really bode well to me in the slightest. Just the sheer volume of that siren should have woken me up. Sigh? Okay, I'm going to pause here for a moment because I'm going to open the stream on my phone so I am able to attend and be able to actually read the chat. Yes, rookie mistake, but it has to be made. Better sooner than later. In the future I'm going to start with this. Alright. I called out to the room, expecting a matronly, if a little stoic voice to respond back. Delayed responses from the ship's AI weren't common, but they could still happen. As a spacecraft shipping nothing but earthy and pet supplies across the galaxy, we weren't really working with the most advanced tech there is. Not to mention the budget cuts. I'm going to put this French right here, because it just makes sense. I sigh, already feeling a migraine forming in the back of my head. Sigh, can you respond? Please? Still nothing. I click my tongue. That's not a good start. I inhaled deeply and stood up to exit my room, my boots clunking down the hall, the only accompaniment I had as I made my way to the main console. Along the way, I didn't see any other sign of disturbance, not like the one in my room, at least. I scratched my arm, keeping a lookout for any trouble. Everything seemed to be business as usual. Other than the emergency lights, that is. A nagging thought crept into my head. While I wanted to take the current situation seriously, I couldn't help feeling skeptical. Was it another of their pranks again? It's been a few months of me working for this company. I was expecting the hazing phase to die out any day now. Or at least I hope it would eventually. There's only so many ways one can keep themselves entertained on the shipping vessel months into a trip, I suppose. I just hated the fact that I was the one of those ways. Regardless, whatever's happening is worth investigating, awful co-workers or not. I could only hope I got out of this one without any lasting trouble. Reaching the main console of the ship, I frowned at the absence of my crewmates. Okay, just want to take a moment to appreciate the art style. I do not know how they made this like scratchy feeling for everything. My only guess is that maybe they made a layer with like a ton of random lines in it, but like I love that. I tried to recreate it somewhat in the thumbnail, but I kind of just gave up after a bit and just made it a bit glitchy to have the outline have that feel to them. But this is a wonderful art style, and that is already worth playing. Alright. It was getting a little ridiculous how quiet the space was, other than the ambient humming and occasional blips from the console. Oh, brush texture. You know what? Yeah. I forgot that there are so many different brushes a person can download. Yeah, you're right. At first I didn't want to feel offended at the fact that nobody came to fetch me if it was a possible emergency, but the grating silence only formed a pit in my stomach. Captain? Anyone? Is this another disappearing bit? Because it wasn't funny the last 2 times either. The lights are nice touched, but no stifled shortcut. No snarky quips. Bristling from the quiet, I called out again. Come on! Guys, I'd rather you insult me than leave me in the dark like this. Nothing? I sighed and shuffled over the main panel. Pulling the lever to disable the emergency lights, the dark, gory tint of the room fades away into this usual sterile white. Glad to see that's working fine. Standing there, I expected someone to at least reveal themselves already. It's like a game of chicken to see if I break down first. I folded my arms, standing awkwardly in the center of the room. Nothing but absolute, stifling silence. Guys? With every passing second, a heavy sense of trepidation grew. I swallowed down the inevitability. Man, I can't read today. Inevitability. I had to accept that it wasn't a practical joke after all. Shuffling to the console hurriedly. I checked the rest of the systems. Artificial gravity, navigation, communications. My browser froze as I squinted down at all the panels. It's like everything was reset. I perked up as I caught sight of the reboot logo for the ship thrumming back and forth on one of the screens. Say AP, must be restarting. I waited impatiently for the familiar dinky chime to ring through the speakers. Sai? Hello. The low, droning voice was littered with more static than usual. I was just glad to hear someone talk back. Oh, thank gods! Is everything alright? You don't sound too good. The current state of my systems are suboptimal. Several of my primary functions are oh, that's not good. Are disabled or are inoperable. I recommend repair immediately. I get right on that once I figure out what's going on. I fidgeted in my toolbag as I thought of something simple to ask. Ooh, the first choice! What happened to the ship, or where is everyone else? I am more curious where the heck is everyone. One crew member accounted for. Just one? That was concerning. There's supposed to be 5 of us. Can you scan for everyone else? Negative. Why? What? As I have mentioned, I am in a dire need of repairs. My biometric scanners are inoperable. My tracking systems are inoperable. My survey. Okay, I got it. What could possibly cause so much damage in my sleep? What happened to the ship? There was a short pause before Sai was able to respond. Significant impact was detected against rear interior of the ship. My brows raised. We hit something? Affirmative. I grimaced, my worst fear coming true. I was really hoping that wasn't the case. And how long ago? Approximately 20 minutes ago. And I was passed out on the floor the entire time. This might be more serious than I thought. Okay, that answers that. How bad is it? Unknown. Manual assessment required. I gulped, my breath stealing for a second. The thought of having to leave the safety of the ship and crawl along the outside, tethered by nothing but the flimsy cable and inspects damage. Who knows how bad? I leaned forward as a nervous laugh spilled between my teeth. Hands gripping the edge of the console to steady myself. Oh shit. I'll get to it later. External. I said I get to it later. I do not recommend postponing the repair. It is affecting my performance significantly. I'm not postponing, I'm just building up to it. I really insist. Drop it, Sai! Very well. Deep down, I knew it was foolish to disregard Sai's advice. I was the mechanic, for God's sake! Fixing things was the entire point of me being hired onto this crew. I didn't need a certain advance. Oh, that's an M. Okay, is it just me, or sometimes the M feels like that this is an R and an N connected to each other? Maybe that one pixel just freaking me out, but does anyone else see that? Anyways, moving on. I didn't need a semi-advanced AI to tell me that. I turned my attention back to the console. My eyes were glued to the big red button right at the edge, my hand twitching with the urge to press it. Maybe it was too soon to panic, but with everything going on, I was stumped on what to do. I held back, clenching my hand into a fist so tight I could hear my glove squeak. If I pressed that button and made a fool of myself, not a single person on this vessel would let me live it down. That dread forming in my throat, I dragged my boots across the floor, ignoring the tremors in my hands as I prepared to head to the loading bay. Pausing at the door, I threw out one last question to the air. We're not in imminent danger, are we? Sai? Are we in danger? Error. I beat my brows, gathering whatever courage I had. Astrophobia be damned, I had to do my job. Traversing down the halls, I kept an eye out for any signs of any of my crew members. By repairing the Bidadari, I'm assuming that is the name of the ship. By repairing the Bidadari was my main priority at the moment. It didn't hurt to see if I could find any of my absent colleagues. Plus, I wasn't really thrilled with the idea of leaving the ship without someone watching my back. Fair enough. If you drift off into space and there is no one to pull you back, you just... That sentence. me, I was still holding on to the hope that this was all some sick joke. That would be nice. They just upped the game with their pranks is all, seeing as they haven't gotten a decent reaction out of me in a while. They couldn't have possibly abandoned me, right? Oh, you wish they only abandoned. I bet everyone's dead. Just as my thoughts were about to spiral into negative territory, I heard a faint footstep from down the hall. My head whipped to the side, just in time for me to catch a glimpse of one of my crewmates donned in one of the astronaut suits. That is so fun. I can hear the distant walking sound, and like, it's not that big of a thing because it's the same sound we make, but like, that is such a nice touch to like lower it, because we are standing but that thing is walking. Were they from the loading bay? The helmet shone against the bright light, obscuring the wearer inside as they darted out of sight. My hope rekindled as I quickly pursued them down the hall. Hey, I turned the corner just to see them back in time. Hey, wait up! That animation was so fun! The little jingle of everything just like falling apart. I love that. They instantly stopped, spinning around and on their heel and staring back at me with rigid spine. This was the only image that I was able to use for the thumbnail, so if the lower half of the character is not right, I'm sorry. I didn't want to spoil myself. I couldn't see their eyes from behind the darkened glass, but I could feel the weight of their gaze. I looked down at the name tag on their suit, but it seemed to have been ripped off. Whoever it was, I didn't care. I'm so glad I finally found someone. I was this close to thinking. I hesitated, biting down on my tongue. I couldn't show this person I was freaking out. Absolutely not. Anyways, where is everyone else? Do you know where they are? They stood completely still, seeming to tremble slightly. Kuma... Their voice came out muffled. Oh, muffled, my bad. What? Hang on, let me just... I reached over to flick the mic on their helmet. Oh my god, I was so close to making the gloves red, but oh man, I went for a simpler design. I should have. Darn it. I reached over to flick the mic on their helmet. They paused for a moment before speaking once more, their hesitant voice ringing through. Crewmate. What voice should I give them? Okay, I know that this... Okay, obviously I got this game recommended to me, so all I know is that thing is supposed to be a yandere. I think. What voice to give you? I'm going to give them like a nerdy voice, like Luna. No, that was not nerdy. I work on it. Have a longer sentence. I try. That's better. They seem to vibrate with excitement. Ah, the light. Okay, yeah, I like this. Not nerdy, but I like this voice. That is so... Okay, this is not the kind of reaction I expected. They are so joy-filled. Look at that pose. Ah, the light. Amazing to see you. Amazing to... I looked over their frame, trying to pinpoint their height or look for any indication that I knew who this was. Whoever it was, they were pretty short. Is that you, Marcus? They bristled as if offended. The doctor? Ew! He's smelling like the meteor slugs and a star debris. Okay. Is that you, Kiara? They scoffed. Nosy cook? She's smelly too! Oh, who could this possibly be? Based on their attitude so far, it didn't seem like it was anyone I recognized. I clawed my brain for another hint. I'm pretty sure that not you, Ben. They made an intimate noise. I am none of your friends. None of my... Oh. Are you... that new recruit that we just got a few days ago? What a terrible time for introductions. I definitely heard it in passing between gossip management and another new member for our small crew. They're usually considered an extra set of hands around the ship. Something about training on the job. I felt bad. They are probably being paid pennies for a position that wasn't even permanent. Not to mention ending up in a busted ship days after arriving. Normally, in 2 months, they'd be dropped off at the next depot and we'll be picking up a new stranger in their place. At least if things went well and the ship doesn't explode. I had the guilt in my eyes, behind the smile. In that case, I don't think we have met. I'm usually so busy running around the ship doing other people's errands. Anyways, I'm Spectro. Held out my hand. And you are? They freeze again, staring at my hand as if expecting it to grow teeth and start snapping at them. Luna! You will shake my hand? Their hand darted out to grip mine tightly, squeezing so hard I let out an involuntary yelp. Ah! Hey, watch your grip! They quickly released my hand, recoiling. Ah! Mistake! Sorry, I meant to say Spectro! I did not mean to meet you so soon. I was still in the middle of cleaning! Cleaning? I raised a brow. Since when did we start hiring janitors? They gave a terse, awkward laugh, like the teetering of a bird call. Not the kind of cleaning I talk about, but yeah! Okay. For the life of me, I couldn't pinpoint what accent they spoke in. Me neither, though. I don't know where this voice came from, okay? I would like to humbly apologize. I'm sorry, what was your name again? They stilled. I did not... They looked around before pointing at my toothbed excitedly. Didn't you just call yourself Luna like 2 minutes ago? Okay. You will call me Wrench! I blink behind my visor. Pardon? Wrench? Yes! Like the shiny thing on your hip. Look fool! I glanced down at it before regarding them with an incredulous squint. My colleagues probably put them up to this. I'm not calling you that. I love how much emotion they were able to put into a thing without a face. Like, you can look at them and be like, that's a sad puppy. They deflated, shoulders sinking in disappointment. Oh, fine. You will call me... Tom? Tom! Adam? Atom! Atom! They gave a buffy side, arm akimbo. You are tiny. So, you are a tiny bit deaf. I will remember. I'm not a... Where did they start hiring such eccentric members? What kind of name is Atom anyways? At least it was better than Wrench. I shook my head, resisting the urge to just turn around and leave. You didn't answer me though. Do you know where everyone else is? They shrugged, teetering back and forth on their toes. I've not seen them. They might be hiding. I narrowed my eyes in doubt. Why would they be? By the way!
Self-voicing enabled.
Oh shit.
Self-voicing disabled.
Was this audible for just me or everyone heard this? I accidentally pressed V and apparently it self-voices. Wait, what? Wait. Is that voice acting? Well, is that like an AI voice? I'm curious now.
Self-voicing enabled. Atom, by the ways.
No, this is just a horrendous AI voice. No.
Self-voicing disabled.
Nope. Okay. By the way, I have a very important question. It means life and death. What? What is it? What is your favorite color? Okay, the voice fits. What? What is your favorite color? Jeez, relax. I heard you were just... I want answers now. Fine. It's... Oh shit. Green. Indulgent. Green like the Nebula butterfly. The what? Oh, look. Even if... You're definitely an alien or something, but even if you are... What the f... I highly doubt there are butterflies in space. Anyways. Very fresh. As you remember. I sputtered, giving them a deadpan look. What are you? 12? You don't have time for this. I am 6 months old, actually. So I'm trapped here with a 6-year-old. But that's fun. Stop messing around! Look, I don't know what your deal is, but we have missing crewmates and a malfunctioning ship. How you're not freaking out is beyond me, but could you please get your head on straight and help me figure this out? They stay silent, barely moving a muscle. My glare falters. Maybe I was a little harsh. At least until they started clapping their hands with a soft giggle. Inspire! I will help you to end of galaxy, Luna. Who the fuck is Luna? I thought that Luna is your name. What is Luna? Luna has to be some kind of term that I don't understand. It's Spectral. Oh, no, they just used a random name instead of my name. Bruh. Spectral! Of course! Silly to me. Okay, your grammar needs some fixing. What do you mean silly to me? You sound more and more like a cartoon character. Silly to me! It's me, Mario! Okay. I huffed, resisting the urge to rub my temples. Rookies. Were they under the impression that I was someone important? Still, the presence of one strange individual as company was better than none at all. Where was I? Oh, right. Loading bay, exosuits, fixing ship. 3 simple things. I cleared my throat, hiding my anxiety as my arm gestured towards opposite of the hall where they were headed. I need someone to watch my back while I go outside. They perked up. Outside? You would like to swim? I frowned and explained the analogy before nodding. Swim in the vast space outside. Sai told me, who is Sai? I blinked. The AI of the ship? Ah! Of course! The AI! AI, you moron. But there is no need, Luna. I already fixed. You did? I was wondering why they were wearing the suit. It had to be for a reason. Hang on, I thought you were cleaning. I have many talents. You sure do. Skillful. You are so oddly endearing. I keep smiling at how freaking childish you are. I love this goober. I don't know if they are evil or anything, but I don't care. I want to give them a hug. That's great. I guess I don't have to then. I stood there awkwardly, rerouting my priorities now that Mom Mayor test was taken care of. I had to admit, I was relieved. Anything to keep me the furthest I could be from the vastness of space. I guess all that left is to find the others. They didn't seem too happy about that. Others? Why? Why? Is that even a word asking? They lifted their head as if to give me a passive-aggressive look behind that dark helmet. I am sure they are around. Wasting. It didn't take a genius to figure out how Autumn felt about the rest of the team. My co-workers must have been giving them the newbie treatment. To be fair, I wouldn't blame them. Hit their guts, huh? Same boat. They tittered quietly. Their guts. Yes. But you care. So, I will follow. Hopping on their foot, they clapped their hands once more. If you have a chance for me to know you better, Luna! Spectro! Thank you. Spectro! The fucking Jess, and it's like, Spectro! I sighed, turning around to start heading towards the cabins. Let's go. Let us! Hours. Hours of searching, up and down and sideways. We looked through every possible nook and cranny of this ship I could think of. Pick clean as a carcass. Am I just going insane, or did they really actually abandon me? I don't understand. Where could they be? Adam fiddled with their glove, humming an incoherent tune. Gone. I inhaled shakingly, digging my hand through my hair. How? They're prime-time jerks, but this is too much. Because them just ditched me. Where would they? Do not fret, Luna. You are not alone. You have me. Just hands. I love this thing. I love you. My eye twitched. That's not as big of a reassurance as you think it is. Would you like to eat? I think you should eat. Humans feel better after food, yes? The fuck you mean humans? I knew it. What? Do you cook now too, next to cleaning and fixing? I do many things. I couldn't muster up the energy to even sigh. We already have Kiara handling our meals. They sputtered as if I just spat on their boot. Hand food is inferior! Hardly crunchy! I paused for a moment, wondering if I should question them further, but decided it wasn't worth the interrogation. If you say so. So, you're a janitor, mechanic, and cook? Pet. What planet did they pick you up from, huh? They flick their wrists as if I have given them a compliment. Rejoice! I am very talented! I can do anything for you, Luna! I am going to restart this game and call myself Luna. I'm so curious if anything happens if I do that. Anything except find our crewmates. Anything except find our crewmates, apparently. They shrug nonchalantly. Not a care in the world. Their apathy was something to behold. It wasn't my place to judge, but it just couldn't help feeling suspicious. You certainly met a lot of different kinds of people working this job. I straightened. Adam did mention they fixed the ship, didn't they? I figured asking Sai again would be worth a shot. Not to mention, for these cases, maybe it was about time to look through the logs. Let's head back to the main. Maybe I can figure out what happened here. They gave me an enthusiastic double thumbs up, eager to follow close with a pep in their step. I can just imagine this motherfucker skipping after me, like full on skipping. I love the energy so much. I was still deciding whether I prefer being alone or not. No, they are fun. Shut up. Count my blessings, I suppose. We entered the main console, my step leading me to the archives unit. Keying my ID, I scrolled through the past few hours, only to feel my heart shrivel, freeze and drop in a span of a second. Every single log file in existence was corrupted. Even the backups. Even the backups of those backups. How could it? Hey! Spectral! I actually just remembered another life and death question! Not now, Atom. My fingers were the keys, digging around for something. Anything. Atom fidgets and shuffles beside me. But it is very important! I mean, it's very much this time. I said not now! They made another indignant noise, mumbling under their breath. Grumpy. I will remember. Other than that, they seemed to stay put, watching me closely as I agonize over the console. Where is everything? I yelled as the console sparked, static reading the screen before it turned off completely. What? No! I could only stare back at my reflection, wisp of smoke curling between the crevices of the keys. Atom leans over my shoulder to take a peek. Do you have time for life and death question now? I close my eyes, inhale deeply, count to 3 before exhaling out. What is it? Atom made a happy noise, glad to have my attention again. What can you eat? I furrowed my brows. What? What do you mean? They shuffled impatiently, tapping their foot. What can you eat? What can you eat without dying horrible, painful, choking death? Will it explode like a crater of bug if I give you the nut? I was like, do you not know what food is? But no, they are actually asking about allergies. That is so thoughtful. Or your gut will fail and liquefy if I give you lactose? Were they asking if I had any allergies? That was the important question. They mentioned something about cooking, didn't they? Our dietary informations and restrictions are in our files. You didn't think to check? I could hear the pout in their voice. Reading will take time. You will tell me now. Or you will tell me now. I roll my eyes, irritation clear on my face. If it gets you off my back. I can eat anything, or I'm a vegetarian, or I'm a pescatarian. Give me a moment, I need to look up what on God-given earth is a pescatarian. Pescatarian. Pescatarianism. A plant-based diet that includes fish and other seafood but excludes meat and poultry. Okay, so it's basically I'm vegan but I eat fish. Pretentious BS. Yeah, my diet is unique. You know what? I'm going to say this because this is the silliest one. How so? I explained briefly, if only for the sake of formalities. To be fair, I do have a weird diet because I barely eat any fruits or vegetables unless they are in a cooked meal, because they kind of melt away in that I cannot really feel the texture of it anymore. I have a lot of issues with texture. But yeah, to be fair, this answer is actually kind of real, so you know what? I chose right. Despite being the less interesting conversation to have right now, Adam listened intently, like I was letting them in one of the secrets of the universe. They nodded solemnly. I will remember. I viewed them with a pointed look. Aren't you worried, Adam? Where is everyone else? Shouldn't you be asking about their favorite colors and their tummy problems too? At the question, their demeanor shifted. Why are they looking at me so stiff? I don't like that. Am I about to get a death threat? No. They starve. What? Okay. What? What? The dead seriousness in their voice completely threw me off. It was full of stone cold malice, unlike anything I have ever heard from. I know they can be real insufferable at times, trust me, but I know, but the fact that they are missing is still a huge concern. They folded their arms, rising heat in their tone. They are mean and bossy and kick you around. The captain! She's the worst. I will never forgive her. I blinked, wondering where the hell that even came from. How did you... I shook my head, my frustration rising with every second of interaction with this Yui. That doesn't matter! This entire situation is wrong. Can't you see that? They shrugged. Everything I want to care about is right here. Never mind. I glanced over to the control panel, eyes scanning over to the buttons and dials before landing on that very, very enticing big red button. Oh my god, are they going to be like a toddler? Having their finger over, oh my god, a red button! Let me touch it! Okay, I walked towards it. What are you doing? Calling for help? Oh, never mind, it's an actually useful red button. My bad. Captain always said not to press it unless necessary, but circumstances are dire. Or at least I would if my big red button didn't burst into sparks and smoke just as my fingers didn't reach for it. Damn. Damn. I stared slack-jaw as my hand hovered me there. 1 feet away from what should have been my one last ticket to salvation away from this mess. I'm going to have a dumb little prediction here. This motherfucker did this. I feel like they looked at the button and they were able to short-circuit it somehow. Because this had no issues until I was right about to press it. What is happening? Amongst the many deities living in the stars, there's gotta be one out there that absolutely detests my entire whole being. Adam made a hum of acknowledgement, staring at the console. Bad luck. I scoffed, gritting my teeth as I fumbled with my tool belt. Luck has nothing to do with this. Getting on my knees, I worked at the paneling underneath the main console until it popped off with an unceremonious ka-chunk. Ka-chunk! Adam stiffened behind me. I could only freeze in horror, attempting to comprehend what I was looking at. I don't like this sound. What in the gushy gush? No! I'm going to read fast. What was supposed to be wires and circuit boards were riddled with posing, inky tentacles. Tangela? Is that you? Did you get a new regional form? No, not tentacles. Worms. Never mind. What? They bobbed and weaved and slid through the internal circuitry, bearing any possible attempts I had to even tinker with it. So there are living worms, and they are inky black for some reason. Space worm. Intriguing concept. Yeah, the sound makes it even better. It's so delicious, isn't it? Jesus. Ever insisted, I decided to proceed anyways, pulling out my screwdriver and poking the closest part with the tip. Oh, they actually... Okay, that's cool. They wriggled away in response. Whatever they were, responded to a stimuli. Reading comprehension of a 5-year-old? Whatever they were... Wait, no, never mind. No, it wasn't me, but... A day is missing in my opinion, because whatever they were, they responded to stimuli. Okay. That's creepy as hell. Brother, it's a worm. You're acting like you just saw a chair move on its own. A voice murmurs softly next to my ear. I do not think you should touch that, Luna. My grip tightened on the screwdriver. I don't think so either. I left it open, refusing to touch it more than I had to, even with gloves on. But I had to be sure. Oh my god, they are on the screen now. They are on the screen now. One by one, I pried open every hatch and opening I could think of within the room. Nothing but worms. Adam fidgeted with their hands, silent all the while. For once they seemed to understand my growing desperation. My gut roared in disgust as I tossed the final panel away, the metal clattering against the floor. They have taken over the ship! Oh, maybe that's what the okay, that's why this ship was fucked up, because these things crawled inside. They must have been from the asteroid. Missing crewmates, malfunctioning AI, unknown funky organism crawling through the ship. What the hell is anyone even supposed to do in that situation? I was never trained for this. Or I was, but that was orientation months ago. I I love the immediate switch up from I didn't learn this to, or maybe I did, but I have the memory of a goldfish. How dare. And all they told us was to press the big red freaking button. Pacing back and forth, I fidgeted with the flaps on my blue bed, muttering solutions under my breath. Luna? Spectro. Spectro. This conversation is so good. Spectro, I do not see why you worry. Do you not see the worms everywhere? I have seen them before. Safe. My staff halted at the casual admission. You've seen them before? They're not dangerous? Safe! Secure! But you told me not to touch them. Just because safe does not mean touch. I glance around the room. Uncomfortable thing is running up my arm just looking at all the wriggling. Ugh. Without the haze of panic, I could pick up on the distinct smell of burnt eggs. Is that what they said? Oh no. Atom, you moron! The eggs! I held back the urge to gag. Tell me you can look at all of this and not wanna puke. Wait, did Atom leave the eggs on the stove, or is it the smell of the worms? They jerked as if they just insulted them. They jerked as if I just insulted their mother. 1. That is rude. 2. I have seen worse. The worms were spilling out of the floor and disappearing through the grates at our feet. But there's so many. They tottered in disappointment. Are you also scared of 100 millions of ants? That sounds terrifying. You are giants to ants, Luna. Well, scared of ants. I will remember. What was it? Nothing. Okay, I feel like there's not going to be a single decision I make in this that is actually going to be worthwhile. Because as far as I know, this game has one ending. Worm safe. That is what matters. Admittedly, their easygoing demeanor about the voting did help me calm a little. A detail they seemed pleased by. I have another life and death question. Not another one of these. Is this a hobby of yours? Asking unnecessary dumb shit? What animal is your favorite? Okay, I am ready. If there is another time thing, I am ready for it. Come on, give me. Don't ignore my question with another question. Oh, come on. I wanted to answer that. Aww. Animal! Now! Oh my god! What is my favorite animal? Okay. For the sake of science. For the absolute sake of science. Wonder! I will remember! Oh, I thought that there is going to be a special thing because... Oh my god, worms? Really? But no. It's okay, I'm expecting too much. Like, I don't think this is too in-depth. Can we take it easy with the icebreakers already? Please. But understanding Luna is so much fun! Stop calling me that! What is wrong with calling you Luna? Nothing is wrong with it, it's just not my name. So I can call you Luna! That is not what I said! Okay! The double I love this goober. I wanna give you a hug. If this is what a yandere is supposed to be like, I need one in my life. I groaned, burying my face in my hands. Do what you want. They giggled cheerfully, hopping on one foot. Okay, I'm so glad you agree. They are adorable. I love them. I will. Can we get back to the worms? If you have seen them before, then how do you deal with them? You do not. I'm sorry, you do not. Why deal with worms if safe? Just because safe does not mean let them infest the entire fucking ship, Atom. Why not? Do I really need to explain? Actually, don't answer that. don't answer that. You know what? Stop talking. I'm just going to sigh. A soap crackle emitted from the speakers. How may I say this? I slumped in relief at hearing the monotonous voice once more. Meanwhile, Atom seemed to huff in annoyance, folding their arms after being brushed aside. I gave them a short glance at an acknowledgement before turning my attention back at the ceiling. There is a nearest station we can dock at. The nearest station. Sorry, that nearest station. Station is approximately recalculating. Apologies. I cannot finalize that distance. What? I thought you were fixed. I was. My navigation system have been tampered with. What do you mean tampered with? I have been tampered with. I know you said that, but what does that mean? A different way. If Sai had a neck, I would be gently wringing it. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep motherfucking breath. Like, changed? Altered? Affirmative. What would... I looked over at Atom, out of the corner of my eyes, who's been staring at me the entire time. I can just see our character like slowly looking over at Atom. You know that one noise when you move like a stone gargoyle? And that's how our character like turns towards Atom, just like staring daggers. A brief second of paranoia filled my chest before I quickly cleared it. They have been with me for the past few hours. It didn't make sense. Bro, they tampered with it when they were outside. It's so obvious. Anyways, is it the same for everything else? Does it feel like everything else has been altered? I mean, yes and no. Upon rebooting, several of my usual functions were inoperable. However, ever since my waking up, the loss of control had been increasing in increment since. Wait, what? You! So you're telling me you're worse off than before? Affirmative. Why didn't you tell me sooner? My initiative directive were also tampered with as of 60 minutes ago. I cannot do what I cannot do what is not as of me. I groaned. I'm a loss of control. So what does that mean? Are we being hijacked? Why would anyone even want to take over this stupid vessel? We just delivered were Earthian pet kibble and Plotimus grey chew toys. We are literally a toy store for animals. That's what we are bringing. It is not an attack. The source is from within. Oh, it's the fucking worms. They are sentient. They are fucking with the ship. Within? The worms! Ah! Took you long enough. It must have been those gross worms crawling through the system. Then what can I do? May I say that? Oh, shit! You actually made me jump. You motherfucker. You little... You... I was not expecting you to just jump out of nowhere. I have suggestion! My head slowly turned to regard the newbie with an apathetic look. Yes, Atom. Take a walk with me! My glare turned furious at their nonsense. In what 70 billion galaxies would that help? You told me these things were safe and look at what they did. We are stranded. Despite practically blowing up in their face, their helmet tilted, nothing but jubilance radiating from their body. Walk will help. Promise. Atom, promise, Luna. It will help. You are lucky. You are so motherfucking cute. I'm going on a walk. Maybe it was the fact that I was just needed a breather, but I ended up agreeing to go with Atom. They could tell I was about to accept their invitation, considering they took a step towards me and yanked me forward by the wrist before I could even say a word. The next thing I knew, boots were thumping against the grates behind theirs. They gripped around my wrist firm without a chance for me to slip. Their excited laughter echoed as they led me down the halls, less of a brisk walk and more of a merry joke. They confidently took turns without even glancing to check. It seemed they had a destination in mind. Eventually, they stopped in front of one of the airlocks, or rather what we used as the garbage chute. Why this one? Also, let's just take a moment. That is a beautiful space image. I tried to somewhat replicate it. This is pure beauty. Technology wasn't sophisticated on this ship. That was something I had to accept ages ago. Every time I came into proximity around this area, I worried the creaking would finally give away and collapse, doorway sucking me into the abyss. I kinda understood why Atom brought me here. They were letting me finally kill myself. How kind of them. The view through the glass separating us from oblivion in the other room was still, admittedly, breathtaking. Though, in my case, it would be literal. I do not have a suit on. Considering I had to hold back a panic attack every time I caught a glimpse outside. Ah, you're a pussy. My bad. I wasn't even terrified of space until I got this job. Some practical jokes just leave a worse impression than others. Oh my god, wait, what? Okay, maybe I judged too soon. The heck did they do to you? How did... I'm concerned. Adam doesn't notice my subtle distress, or even if they did, decided to ignore it. It is like I remember. You have been here before? Many moons ago. One day, I take you to swimming. Swimming. In space. Oh, right, they meant outside. Yep. The spacewalk is for them is space swim. Just be very thought made No, can I go back? Is there a back button? No. History, auto, save, oh, back. There is a back button. Yes. Oh, also, I have not saved. Let's just save for the sake of it. Just the very thought made my palms sweat. My heart sinking in my ribcage. Did they really get a trio from helplessly floating out in space? It would explain why they haven't taken off their suit yet. I don't think I can. Yes, you can! It is easy! They reach for my hands, intertwining our fingers and squeezing gently through the gloves. I don't have a suit on. I don't have a suit on. I don't have a suit on. No! I bristled, discomfort gnawing at my fingertips as I jerked to free my hands. Atom reached faster, tightening their grip and refusing to let me budge. For a small person, they were ridiculously strong. They tilted their heads, looking at me expectantly. Okay, so I had no choice here. I don't have a suit on. Fine. I mustered the strength to recoil, shuffling uncomfortably. I couldn't see their face, but I could somehow tell they were beaming. I mean, the demeanor is very cartoonishly expressive, so... Wait, we are not doing this now, right? I don't want to go outside. They tilted their head in this confusion. We are not. You are not wearing a suit or swimming. Okay, they are not dumb. I thought I was about to be murdered by an idiot. Okay. Oh. I relaxed. Then is there a reason we are holding hands next to the dumpster? Am I about to be thrown out into space? Like the trash I am? Many reasons. Can you give me like one? They hummed in thought. I remember. Great happiness here. Huh? You asked for reason. That is reason. They tightened their grip, stepping forward into my face, their helmet nearly bumping my nose. Is this meant to be romantic? What is with the music? I started leaning back. I can tolerate the hand holding, but I appreciate my own bubble of oxygen, Atom. They laughed again, light and airy. I will make oxygen for you. What the fuck? You're not a tree, Atom. I only want to see you. I only want to see you. Are you trying to see every single pore on my face too? They tilted again, a smile in their voice. You are funny. I will remember. What in the Telltale games? How many times did you say, Atom will remember that? Like, I swear to God, if there is not an achievement calling an achievement, we just say remember or Atom will remember or something, I will be disappointed. That was barely a joke. Why do you keep saying that like you're keeping tabs on me? They paused briefly before realizing what I was referring to. I should know. I must know. Everything to make Luna happy. Nothing else that is matter will matter. I held my breath, staring at them in bewilderment. At this point I couldn't even deny it anymore. It was clear Atom was smitten. You're only realizing now? God knows why. That's bold confession. Was I too fast? No. Not bold confession. Never. Enough. Oh, okay. Calm down there. Should I just ask? Are you in love with me or ask something else? I don't think that I'm going to call them out. No. Don't be awkward, bruh. There was no way I could ask that. Good thinking. The utter and absolute humiliation my body will experience on the chance I was wrong would combust me on the spot. Not just that, but even if you are right, you will make the whole situation so awkward, because where do you go from there? They're like, yes, I am. Just... and then what? You know what? I'm going to have a speedrun second playthrough where I'm going to name myself Luna and choose other choices, or also not choose any color before the time runs out, and then I'm going to choose that one, okay? Fine. Why do you keep calling me Luna of all things? What is wrong with Luna? I'll be truthful, Luna is a cute ass name. Their whole body thrummed with barely contained joy. Luna! 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 Okay, the fact that someone popped up in the corner as a notification, and I thought that that is the game giving me an achievement for choosing this. Okay. Wait. This also reminds me. One moment. Actually, this is the perfect time. I'm going to be busy with something. This is the perfect time. Let's see if it properly set it up. Oh, question. Right now we have the Be Right Back screen. Are both music playing, or did the Be Right Back take over? I'm being heard, right? It works! Okay. I am back. I am so happy the setup works. Okay, I know it's dumb, but I was so scared and intimidated by all of this. But once I got the hang of it, I kind of had fun with it, and I'm so happy that everything is working the way it's supposed to. I cannot wait to start streaming regularly from now. Actually, this might be a good part to like pause a little bit and for me to like talk about this. Let's go back to the Be Right Back screen. So, in general, I am planning on streaming a multitude of games. Next stream I'm going to pull up an actual picture list of like what things I have planned, but one thing I know for sure is that Sunday I'm planning on having my very first Limbus Company stream. It's a game that has been recommended to me numerous times because one of my closest friends is very much indulged in it. So I have a lot of information I know, but at the same time I barely played the game and haven't even gotten through the first chapter of it, so a lot of things is going to be new to me. Speaking of which, Sunday is going to be the next stream. I'm not going to have anything until then. But I have a variety of games, because a friend of mine wants me to play Baldur's Gate. Another one wants me to play... what was the name of that Alice game? One moment. Alice Madness Returns. And I also... the main game that I wanted to stream so badly because it's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm going to at one point stream Slay the Princess and get all the possible endings. Because I played it back when I played it for free, and I'm planning on getting it properly now that I bought it on Steam, because the Steam sales are awesome. But I have a lot of other like smaller games or indie games in general that I'm planning to play. Again, I'm going to have a proper list next time I stream, and the whole stream is going to start with me saying hi and then talking about the list and then doing the Limbus Company. I have one more question before we are going back to the gameplay. How loud is the music? Am I properly comprehensible next to the Be Right Back music? Is it okay? Is it like annoying to listen to both? Should I take it lower? Wait, pause. I'm going to listen it back. Am I that dumb? I'm sorry, it's literally 2 AM. I'm sleepy. Limbus Company. I do have Little Company, and I am totally going to be able to play it, but Limbus Company. Limbus Company, the guy with the clock head. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I'm going to play Limbus Company. I am likely going to play it at night. I still need to make a thumbnail. Speaking of which, every art you all have seen so far, or will in the future when you look it back, was made by me. So any and all criticism is welcome. But yeah, Limbus Company, not Little Company. But since I did bring it up accidentally, I suppose, I am going to also play Little Company sometime in the future. With that, I'm going to also play Peak and Repo and all the other shebang. I also have Party Animals. I love that game. It's so fun. It's literally what Gang Beasts meant to be. It's like Gang Beasts walked so Party Animals can run. But okay. I did not get an answer to what I said, chat. So, am I properly distinguishable next to the music? Should I lower the music? Am I good to hear? Is it like annoying and overstimulating? Also, in case anyone watching this back is wondering where did the Little Company comment come from and how do I know that it works despite having no answers in the chat. One of my friend is one of the viewers. They are texting me. I'm getting real-time feedback, but not the kind you guys can see. Sorry for that. Okay, all that being said, I'm sorry for stealing your time. I'm going to go back to play. And if I figure out how to do those like timestamps, I'm going to have a skippable area here, but not this week. Alright. Luna! Sorry. Luna! The grip grew tighter. Why do I call you Luna? It took a good while to respond, staring in silence. Difficult to explain. Beauty cannot compare. Oh. Maybe they did have a thing for me after all. Of course they do! Against all odds, my cheek grows warmer. Bro has never gotten a compliment in his life. I played it off like I didn't care that it sounded like a compliment. My face looks like a moon to you? This can be both taken as a compliment and an absolute insult. Because mooning is a thing. Yes. Breathless. Okay, they don't mean that. The others do not deserve you. Their voice had lowered the whisper. Have lowered to a whisper. A reverence in their tone I found unsettling. They are literally shaking in excitement. I will rot them until there is nothing left. Whoa, whoa! What the fuck? Atom, my sweet darling, what the f— Pause, hold on, wait a minute. You what? Exactly. Nothing, my Luna. I like this ship and everyone in it. You are the real angel. Angel? Were they talking about the ship's name? Bidadari did mean angel in some language. I couldn't remember. Ever since the expansion of intergalactic travel, there were too many languages to keep track of, including those outside of Earth. Oh, I am done cleaning! I snapped out of my thoughts. Cleaning? I totally didn't jump from a freaking light flickering from red to green. I am not that pathetic. I don't know what you mean. The light flickering, turning a colored hue. Green! Your favorite! Oh my god, I just realized! That is so cute! What? What will happen if I choose nothing? I'm even more curious. That is so sweet. Also, my dear friend, can you type in the chat, or is it easier for you to type on Discord? Because like, it would be nice if the chat had some conversations in it. If not, that's okay. Just asking. What do you mean you don't have a channel? I mean the live chat. You don't need to be a verified user for that, do you? What? Okay, some kind of setting is not right. Give me a moment. I am going to look into it. Why did you not tell me sooner? I did see your chat messages until now. I was wondering, why did you chat on Discord? Okay. Okay, I looked into it. You don't have to sign in. You're supposed... Okay. It tells me sign into chat. You just need an account. Like, you don't need to be posting stuff. You just need an account. A verified user, basically. Don't you have an account? Okay, I'm not going to stagnate this any further, but I will look into this later because I do not understand what's happening. Okay, so back to the game. And I'm sorry for the constant mishaps. So, green, my favorite. This is so nice actually. I blinked. The lights weren't meant to do that. But what did you just do? They laughed cheerily, holding out their arms as if proud. I make ship better! You will not need Sai anymore. You will not need friends anymore. I will care for everything. Food, flesh, favorite things. Everything will be your liking, my Luna Nova. What? Oh, right. You're a tiny bit deaf. Should I repeat? No! Can you please explain what's going on? What did you just do to the ship? Where are my comrades? If I am being honest, you will not like me. The words sent a cold chill up my back. But that's alright. Everything is alright. This isn't alright. Nothing was ever alright with this person. Adam admired my silence for a moment before leaning closer. What is it you want, Luna? Ask, and I will give everything of me. I want to... What?! Okay, thank you for coming today, guys. I am done with this the game. This was a wonderful game. They ended it with a hug. Can you believe that? Right here, see, the arms are open for a hug. That's how we ended. We hugged and then it was all happy ever after. Why the fuck would I hit them? I don't wanna! No! Why? Oh, come on! Hit them with a wrench, bruh. Also, as a little side mention, Virgie, I see your message. You don't need to have a channel, you just have an account. The same way, just because you have an Instagram account, it doesn't mean that you post shit. Anyways, back to the game. Nothing was ever alright with this. Wait, pause. Pause. Did I skip this? Nothing was alright with this person. Adam admired my son. Oh yeah, what is it I want? Ask. Yeah. I don't wanna hit them! I don't want to! I am going to make a fun art of a good ending where you're getting a hug. Oh. I jumped so hard my headphone fell off. I breached my feet on the ground and swung. The sound of glass cracking sharp to my ears at the impact traveled down my shoulder. Atom made a sound like a strangled animalistic cry, dropping to their knees and clutching at their head. Typically, space helmets shouldn't crack under that kind of force. They were supposed to be bulletproof and you would crack your skull sooner than you would crack your helmet. But the company was cheap. Ever once, that was to my benefit. Luna? My eyes widened as I stumbled back. Oh! Worms dripped out of their head, slapping wetly against the grate before joining a rest between the crevices. I already knew they couldn't possibly be part of my crew, but seeing what was essentially a suit full of worms did it for me. That is cool! But also, what the fuck? How did you talk? Whoa, whoa! This game is way too fucking loud for my heart. I bang another hit for a good measure. A guttural screech scattering more worms across the floor. Luna! I gripped the wrench tight and abandoning their crawling form, to sprint down the hall towards the emergency escape pods. Luna! The walls and floors cracked and groaned as I ran, controlling in the shape to trip me. Oh yeah, they are literally controlling the entire motherfucking ship. Every centimeter in this bitch. They have themselves under it. Oh my... They are literally a living ship at the moment. I righted myself with the flailing of my arms, coughing for breath as I threw open the hatch for the escape pod and clambered inside in the mess of limbs. I buckle in, hands shaking as I flick buttons and dials for the ignition, heart painfully hammering against my ribs. The countdown flickers on the screen, the vessel shuddering to life. 10, 9, 8... Ah! Luna! I scream, jumping in my seat. Atom clawed at the pod, its worm-like innards posing and bulging between the cracks of its shattered helm. 6, 5... Luna! 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 5... It giggled softly, citing in mock disapproval. You know it is useless. 3... So smart. 2... A tiny bit stupid. 1... The buttons and dials reset simultaneously with harrowing clicks, the boat jittering to a stop. I was left, staring at Atom's cracked helmet as it gritted, its law sounding more insect-like. You can have tantrum. I do not mind. It leaned against the glass, helmet thudding as it tilted its head, that love-struck way characters do in cartoons. I will wait. Its fingers tapped playfully against the glass, distorted humming coming from the mess inside its head. I sat there frozen, my body unable to even tremble from shock. I licked my lips, refusing to look away. My voice sounded distant and muffled, even through my own ears. What are you? Adam stopped. Its rhythmic tapping. Eh? Talkative so soon? I can't do anything else. It started a moment before giggling. It stared a moment before giggling. Shoulders shaking with mirth. Candid. Very true. What I am. It seemed to consider a moment before knocking its helmet against the glass again in excitement. Do you remember Luna? Many months ago. On this ship. Oh my fucking god. I bet you there was a singular motherfucking worm. That we were like, oh guys, don't hurt it. You can just put it onto the soil, it's going to be alright, or something, or like, I don't know. I bet you there was a singular worm that we saved, and this motherfucker came back and like, I love you. Hey, Rain. Sup? Hope you're going to have fun watching back the whole thing. I was small. Told you. Weak and hungry. I racked my brains for an inkling of what it was talking about. A stowaway? Was it possible? I was ready to die. But I sneak into the metal box instead and find crunchy bits. Food? You found food? The edibles! Yes! Joy and applause! But I find food to also find problem. Your friends, mean and hasty, surround me like moon lions. If you're gonna be stealing our rations, of course it will be pissed. The burns returned wildly as if in anger. But I was so small and weak! They want to crush me under their boots and burn me alive! Every single face, stormy. All but yours. Told you. They paused for a moment, reminiscing. I forgot that this is the narrator. Let me rewind. They paused for a moment, reminiscing. The worms calmed. You look at me. Mercy. Star amongst the black holes. Their tones softened to that reference. Do you remember holding me in your glove? Do you remember shooting me into space? Oh. Okay. A little bit interesting part about this. Earlier, he mentioned that they know about other languages not from Earth. Which means we know about aliens and different planets in this universe. Which means, at first I was like, why would you throw out a worm into the space shuttle? It would die. But since we know that there are other life forms, maybe we knew that it would survive, and it was literally just like the same way when you put an animal outside on Earth. Huh. Do you remember shooting me into space? I shot you into space? That sounded like a death sentence rather than a rescue. Yeah! And then it clicked. 6 months ago. You got into the dog food, didn't you? It perked up, nodding eagerly. Bro was like, I don't like her cooking. It's not crunchy enough. While thinking about dog food. My god. It perked up, nodding eagerly. Maria had found the path, digging through the supplies and eating through half the bags. She got the whole group to catch it while I was busy repairing the hole in the it crawled through. Caught it in a jar. Shaken and punished, just trying to survive. Kara suggested throwing it into the engine furnace. Marcus wanted to pick it apart. The others chimed in other horrible, torturous methods out of boredom when letting it out of the airlock hatch was so easy. I ran off with it just as they started bickering. It was no bigger than my palm. I just thought you were an endangered species. In an honest, truthful way, I did. The markings matched, didn't they? It let out a chirp of amusement. You are very smart with the ship, but tiny bit stupid with the animals. It sighed longingly, tracking a circle over my face with a finger on the glass. Oh my god, they are going to leave a little breath and then draw a heart over my face? Ah. Sorry. I remember your smile. I cannot forget. I never forget. You saved my life. My Luna Nova. My kind... answer action in spades. You are getting what you deserve. The pod shuddered. Whoa, what the fuck is that sound? The pod shuddered. Screw spinning. Oh, that was a screw. It sounded like a rat or something. Spinning loose and dropping to the ground with a muffled clink by my boots. I watched in horror as worms started squeezing in through the holes. But you said that we are good. What the fuck? Swarming in, they land on my lap, my arms, my shoulder, the gap around my collar. I could feel them curl around my ears, brush against my cheek, prodding against my visor, more and more piling on and on. Get them off of me! I unbuckled myself, kicking open the hatch, and Atom stepped back in time. Bursting out of the pod, I scrambled to flick away the horrid things off of my body, shuddering at the sensation still ghosted over my skin. Adam watched, hardly offended. I got impatient. It snatched my hand before I could finish ridding myself of the worms. The remaining ones curled around me, sticking to my clothes and skin in a way that was almost affectionate. Now we have our home ready. What would you like to do, my Luna Nova? Home? It nodded excitedly. Home! Ship! Oh, right. Atom took over the Bidadari. Even now I could hear distant creaking and low rumbling all around us, transmitting gentle tremors from under my boots. Like the ship itself had come alive, breathing. My voice came back. It came out meek and numb. I wanna go back to Earth. Adam shook his head. No! I am better than any planet. I can make anything. Here. It cupped its palm together and something started wriggling underneath its gloves. Small colored pebbles rolled into its palms and the cuff of its sleeves, growing into a pile before it presented them to me. Scrumptious! I recognized the dry pellet instantly. Dog food! Yay! We are going to live off of dog food and cuddles from worms. What a happy way to live. It is offering me dog food. I gently nudged his hand back down. I can't eat that. It gasped in shock, an intense pout in its voice. Why not? But I make it so you can eat it. With your unique diet. That doesn't mean it's edible to me. It sighed and tutted, the worms wriggling around in annoyance. Little side thing. Surprisingly enough, a lot of dog foods are edible and safe to humans. They just taste like dog shit. But there is actually a few that taste good. I'm not talking from experience, I'm talking from research. Because I heard this in a show and I was curious. Fine, fine. I learn from cook what to cook. I paused. Are you talking about Kiara? I dig her brain for a recipe. Plentiful. What does that even... Never mind, I don't want to know. Somewhere in my confusion, Atom had hidden the kibble away. Suspiciously muffled crunching noises coming from within his chest. Just imagining as the whole body is vibrating and crunching it. I eyed it warily. What were those even made of? If I had a mouth, it would have... If it had a mouth, it would have given me a cheeky grin. Me! The fact that I haven't eaten in a long time and my stomach hurts does not help how much I want to throw up. My body shuddered, squinting down into its gaping head wound. The smell of burnt eggs was even more intense. I don't want to eat worms. It laughed nonchalantly. It did not taste like worms! Did not even look like worms, remember? Oh! I can also make you some worm! I do not know what worm is, but Luna can show me! Would you like your own worm? I briefly imagined an animal made of wriggling black worms. Oh! Okay. For anyone who came in late, looking at you, person who knows I'm talking about you, I wanted to be cheeky. And when it asked, hey, what's your favorite animal? I was like, for science. I typed in worm. It had no reaction whatsoever, so it was a waste. And now the dialogue makes no sense. You're welcome. So, it wants to build an animal made out of worms, but me typing in worm kinda ruined it. That's fine. I pointed at its helmet. Doesn't that hurt? It made a confused noise before realizing where I was staring. It is like fresh air! Fresh air. Autumn really is just worms. You're not mad at me? You said you return favors, so... It shook its head quickly. I will never, ever! You can do the hitting again if that's what you want. Okay, Miss Masochist wannabe. Calm the fuck down. What? No, don't be crazy. Then again, what did I expect from something not even human? Oh. Started as Atom removed my glove. Okay, that's cute as fuck. Raising my hand with a firm grip, Atom nuzzled into me, carefully avoiding nicking me at the jagged edges. That's an adorable image. Okay, I'm... fixate preferences? Window, full screen, unseen text. After choices, transition, return. How can I... There usually is a way to get rid of this, so you can take a picture of the whole thing. Auto save, Q save, history back. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, this is adorable. The smooth glass rubbed against my palm as the worms retreated within the helm, avoiding touching me directly. Even then, it let one stray worm curl around my thumb, the texture cold and foreign to my foreign and strange. I could feel light vibrations on my skin as they let out a happy hum. We will sing and dance and fall in love, Luna. I cleared my throat, awkwardly resisting the urge to tug my hand free. I think you're being a little too optimistic for your own good, Atom. It chittered happily at the sound of its chosen name on my lips. Optimistic? Of course I am. You have no choice but to like me. Okay, I just realized something. The wall visor became pink. It was not. Which indicates blushing. That's smart. Because those things are emitting heat because of blush. You will like the name I gave you. Its hold tightened around my wrist. And do not ever think of escaping. I will hunt you. I will find you. And we will start all over again. I gulped. What if I ask nicely? No. Stay. But stay! I followed thickly, not daring to move a muscle or protest another word. I didn't think I would be held hostage by an enamoring parasitic worm, extraterrestrial thing. This whole situation was so bizarre I expected to wake up under red lights again if I tried hard enough. This is crazy. It tutted in satisfaction. What is the saying of that melody? No es la locura. I don't know Spanish. I'm going to butcher this. Like a moron I am. No es la locura. En realidad es el amor. Can I copy paste this? No. You know what? I am No. Okay. Give me one moment. Google is my friend. I'm way too curious. No es la locura. No es la locura. En realidad. En realidad. Es el amor. Es el amor. Okay, that's sweet as hell. They are saying it's not madness, it's actually love. Which makes sense, because our character pretty much is feeling like they are getting mad. But yeah, this is nice. Okay. See if okay, I swear to God. Oh, I thought I was the one who was clicking too fast. No, they are interrupting me. Since when do you speak? You used to be my angel, Spectro. Hey, they said my name! The light over our heads dimmed, the reflection of Atom's helmet illuminating the look of dread on my face. Now I can be yours. And we dance in synchronous rotation. Thank you for playing. Okay, apparently there is only one ending. But there are so many things that I want to check out, so speedrun time. I'm going to start. Oh yeah. First of all, I'm going to call myself Luna. Oh, okay, they thought of it. I applaud you. The database does not recognize this. Please try another. Very smart. Very smart. What if I do it again? What if I do atom? Okay, so atom is allowed. Interesting. Anyway, I saw a setting. Quick save. But I'm not going to use that. I'm just going to click, 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 click. I got out of the room. Yeah. There are no real choices to make, to be honest. Speedrun, yeah. So everything is red. We just woke up. There is absolutely no one. We get the light back on. The freak-ass robot is malfunctioning as hell. What happened to the ship? It doesn't matter because we had to ask both questions. Yep, there is a second question. I'm so happy I'm able to turn on this like shaking on my finger. Oh yeah, hi. Oh yeah, I just want to see your first jazz hands. Hi! You're so freaking cute, I love you. Ah, delight! Okay, continue. Amazing to see you. Yeah, Dr. Marcus, everything. Scupped the cook. I need to get to the color conversation and see what happens if I don't pick anything. Cleaning, huh? Again. They are going to call themselves French. Yeah, you can call me French! But my colleague probably after this. I'm not coming. Yeah, deflated. Oh, fine. If you call me Adam? Atom. So, we have Atom talking to Atom. Have fun. Oh yeah, life or death question. What is it? What is your favorite color? What? What is your favorite color? Jeez, relax. How about that for now? Fine. I'm going to let the time go away. You're very terrible under pressure. I will decide for you then. I sputtered, giving them a deadpan look. What are you, 12? Don't have time for this. Yeah, I'm so curious what they will decide. I'm pretty sure I put it into the description. But shout out to DeershereStudios, because these, like the poses, the art style, the overall demeanor of the character and the story itself, all of them is so fun. Okay. I can eat anything. Last time I said that my diet is unique. I wonder if the color is going to be different. Leafy! I will remember. I fixed them with a pointed look. Aren't you worried at them? Where is everyone else? Oh yeah, okay. Leafy! That's cute. Yeah, the worms. What is my favorite animal? I'm going to be an asshole again. Human! Wonder! I will remember. You sure will? Oh yeah, Autumn wants to go on a walk. I wonder what happens if I say no. My glare hardened. My voice died with anger. No, it won't. Don't know what's wrong with you, but if you wanna take a walk, go ahead. I don't need you distracting me. Autumn goes quiet, the silence stretching uncomfortably thin within the space. Well? They keep staring, their helmets reflecting a bloated image of my own face glimmering back at me. Their voice barely leaked out of the speaker on their suit. Oh! Oh, this is different! Do you hate me? My glare wavered, eyes widening at the sudden question. Do I hate... Please tell me if you do not. Please! 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 I don't! Jeez! I don't hate you, Adam. But there is a time and place for messing around. I'm sorry, you caught me on the worst day of my career to play these games. But it just isn't the time. I slapped a hand on their shoulder in this desperate show of comrade. Tap you on the shoulder. Do you understand? Adam? Buddy? Will you take things just a little more seriously? For me? They nodded slowly before their bobbing head speeds up. The momentum building up to the rest of their body until they are bouncing on their toes with a badly constrained energy. Yes! Wait, I need to look at that again. Look at the helmet. Wait. I swear to God the helmet glitched. Ah, never mind. Maybe my eyes were just playing tricks on me because I was reading. I thought the helmet like jumped separately. Yes, my Luna. I will help. Great. Let's get Sai. Sai? You do not need Sai. You have me. I thought I was imagining it, but there's absolutely no way. Were they actually jealous of an AI? Well, 3 heads are better than 2. Unless you don't count Sai having a head, in which case... They don't respond, staring at me with a strange intensity hidden behind their glass. Unsettled by their gaze, I turned back to them to face the console. I cleared my throat nervously, ignoring the hairs rising at the back of my neck. Anyways, I think a good start would be to check our current coordinates. Sai, could you put them up on the screen? I waited expectantly for a static reader affirmative to respond. Sai? Is it busted again? Warning! 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 A loud creaking moan reverberated through the room, my eyes darting around frantically. Sai? What's going on? Stop talking to that stupid voice! I am right here! The floor shuddered violently, sending tremors up my legs so vicious it made my teeth clank together until my jaw ached. A nasty Okay, pause. The music. Hell yeah! I'm bopping my head. Okay, so a nasty metallic scraping pierced my ears as the rusted floor panels started to part, sliding and grinding against each other, shifting aside to reveal a monstrous sea of worms crawling underneath my feet. Oh my god, this is different. This is so much different. Oh my god. I screamed at the sight as I backed up against the console. The only thing separating my being from the rest of the wriggling mess was a flimsy metal grating underneath my boots. Adam stood on another, calmly watching me with the tilt of their helmet. No worry, I will never hurt you, but your friends. I could hear the tear of joy in their voice as their fingers twitched. I will get them. Whoa! 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 Guys, this is so much worse. Oh my god, what the fuck? This is so much worse. What the actual hell? No! Jesus fucking Christ! From a writhing mass rose several mounds of flesh surrounding me in taunting circle. The overwhelmingly heavy stench and burnt eggs, rotten meat and wet copper invaded my nostrils and clogged my throat. Yes, their fingers, they look AI generated. I choked on bile, seeing the desecrated corpses of my comrades, their bodies twisted into grotesque, posing pillars of flesh and sinew. Flecks of dissolving teeth and spongy, drained eyeballs hung loose against their flaps of skin. Their fingers were twisted nails missing from their beds, and knuckles scraped down to the bone. Melted guts trapped like bloody curtains along their forms, hollow and dripping with residue. Are you happy, Luna? Are you happy to see your friends? My muscles tensed, my brain urging me to do something. Flight! No! Pause. Can I, back. This is unfair. I clicked flight. I couldn't veer myself to... That's mean! That's so mean. I thought that I can do something. That's so mean. My eyes screwed shut, my breath coming in rapid and shallow, pending that my gut turned. Gagging, I folded over as the content of my stomach spilled past the gaps in my finger. Okay, I paused because my mouth is agape. My gloves dirty with acidic chunks. Okay, my dumbass was like, is it killing us? But then I realized, motherfucker is just vomiting. Seeing my distress, Adam flinched, quickly burying my dead friends underneath the grates once more. My eyes fluttered open as I trembled and shook to catch my breath. Luna? I swallowed thickly, my breath hitching and getting stuck in my throat. I could still taste the sourness in my mouth, my eyes watering from the memory. What are you? They had the decency not to laugh this time, looking at their feet. If I tell you, you will not like me. They looked up, the smile returning to their voice. But you will understand. The hell I will! They tittered lightly. You will! You are angry at me now. I understand. But your heart is kind, and tender, and sweet. Are you going to eat it? Shut up. My face twists into a sneer. They just sound like I'm next on the menu. Exactly! They give a contemplative hum before letting out a shy giggle. I'm sure it will be delicious! Whoa! Whoa! Broski, we are not on that phase yet, okay? Like, bring me out on a date first, what the hell? Toothsome! Toothsome, but no. You are worth more to me than a meal. I don't even know who you are! They tittered again with a bird-like laugh. No matter. I am done cleaning. What? The light flickered, turning to a colored hue. Static spark from the speakers, Ethan's voice loudly surrounding me with unabashed glee. Your favorite color! Or at least the one I choose for you. Since you didn't choose. Silly Luna. The light weren't meant to do that. They took over the ship. That is such a nice color. I cannot tell if this is peach or orange. As is what choice this is, but I like it. My head spun. They stepped closer. And that is only one small thing I can do for you, my Luna Nova. Food, flesh, favorite things. You only need to ask. No sigh. No friends. Only me. I stared at them, teeth grit. Come closer. Come closer. They straightened in the light, quickly approaching me without hesitation. What is it, my Luna? And here comes the inevitable hit them with the branch. I'm so curious. Is there a way to not hit them? This is definitely not the route. Maybe if I just straight up talked about love last time, then we wouldn't have been hit. Oh shit! The sound still makes me jump. Found the sound of glass crackling sharp teeth traveled down my shoulder. Atom made a sound like a strangled enemy. Yeah. Same thing. Cheap for once with you. Luna. Yes, we done. Yeah. From Jesus! Ooh, the scream. Luna! With the side egg confounding in shape and tribute. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Luna. Yeah. I know. I'm a fucking moron. I know. Fuck off! Oh wait, I can. Wee, shimmy, ah, shimmy, ah. Yeah. You were a worm in a bucket, or sorry, a bottle. Wait, you were in a jar. I don't think I need to say a word for the joke to hit everyone who knows. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a choice. You're going to strangle me, lovely dovey motherfucker. I wanna go back to it. Atom shook its head. No. I'm better than Planet to make anything. Here. Oh yeah, is it going to be different to color? It is! Oh my god, it's color different! That's so cool! Okay, so they couldn't make the motherfucker react to the animal being a worm, but they did this. Like, come on! It is what makes salad. Salad, yes? The way you like? It doesn't make it a vegetable. And now it makes so much more sense when they talk about her brain. Yeah, oh. I can also make you some human. I do not know what a human is, but Luna can show me. Oh, that's so silly. That's fine. Pointed at his helmet. Doesn't it hurt? There is one more thing I want to see. This time we didn't go that route. Which means we did not talk about the fact that I like the name Luna. So what is it going to say instead? You're not mad at me? I said I returned the favor, so it had to quickly. Yeah, never hitting again. Don't be crazy, but in FS something. Oh! The smooth glass rubbed against my again. Yeah. Yeah, no choice but to like me. I do not ever think of escaping. I will hunt you, I will find you, start a wake up. But if I ask nicely? No. Stay, but stay. Thing. That whole situation was so bizarre. Yeah, this is crazy. What is saying? Oh, this is why she said that. She, he, I don't care. But like, that is, it's not madness, it's love. Because they said crazy. I saw I deemed the reflection of autumn in my face. Now I can be yours. And we dance in synchronous rotation. Thank you for playing. Okay, I'm going to speedrun this using the preferencia speedrun. Skip after choices. Oh, my name is ooh, what was the AI called? What was the AI called? Oh, I wanna be called the AI. Shit. Ah, no, I forgot. I'm searching for it, searching for it. I wanna be called the AI. Sai app. Sai app. Yeah, he doesn't care. Okay. Wanted to check. Unseen text, transition. Skip everything. Bro. Okay, I have to go through this first, I guess. Get to the AI talk, come on. Where is everyone else? It's not skipping. Skip. Unseen text, after choices. It doesn't work. Ah. Okay, I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to speedrun this because all I need is what happens if we just say love. Do I not hit them? Ah, Jesus, my hand. Oh, you weren't here? If you name yourself Luna, they say that it's not in the database. Choose something else. That's why I was named Atom. Because I was like, what about that? Hello! You are here at the very end where I'm speedrunning it. Let's get blue. I advise that you just start watching from the beginning because I'm literally just speedrunning for a singular answer. I'm double fingering my space bar at the moment. I just realized what I said. I meant how I'm one finger, and then it's way faster and it's not tiring. Ugh. Let's see anything. Convenient! I will remember! Yeah, that thing is busted. So yeah, they did make it get busted because they control the worms, so they looked at it and were like, nah. Hey, you're at work, you have a keyboard too. Oh, wait, my favorite animal. You know what? That's what you get. Take a walk with Atom. I'm going to let them. I'm going to try to make this as romantic and okay as possible. The contact was out of the blue, but at this point I have come to accept my crewmate's quirks. Otherwise I wouldn't have agreed to this nonsense in the first place. Maybe the stress of the unknown was making me lenient. I couldn't see their face, but I could somehow tell they were beaming. Wait, we are not doing this now, right? I don't want to go outside. They tilted their head in confusion. We are not. Okay, the rest is normal. Okay, let's see. It wouldn't hurt to ask, right? Maybe the sooner I get it to admit it, the sooner we could stop this ridiculous revenues and focus on what actually mattered. Are you in love with me? Their hand dropped mine as if they were hot coals. Ah! That's so fucking... Look at them, they are blushing! Luna! Love? Love does not begin! They launch for my hands again, squeezing tighter. You will let me? I was just asking! You will let me? That depends. Oh, what? The friend thing would totally turn them off. So, save the ship. Adam choked on a laugh. Save the ship! Save the ship! Save the ship! Easy! I'm almost done cleaning. Cleaning? Blue! Your favorite! I blinked. The lights weren't meant to do that. What did you just do? They laughed cheerily and their arms red and proud. I make ship better! You will not need Sai anymore! You will not need friends anymore! I will care for everything. Food, flesh, favorite things. Everything will be your liking, my Luna Nova. What? Ah, right. You're pretending to be deaf. What? Should I repeat? No! Can you please explain what's going on? So, yep. What did you just do to the ship? Where is my comrades? If I'm being honest, he will not like me. Never to send the ship on my back. But that is alright. Everything will be alright. This isn't alright. Nothing was ever alright. Adam admired my silence for a moment before leaning closer. What is it you want, Luna? Ask and I will give everything of me. I want to... Oh, come on! There is no way of not hitting them. That is so dumb. Well, it could be a new moon. Okay, so ah, shit, I have to hit them no matter what. Actually, you know what? No. We are getting the good ending. And the good ending is called looking at the credits. Advances dialogue and activates the interface. Ooh, space. Advances dialogue without selecting choices. Navigates the interface. Oh my god, there is a button for skipping dialogue. I'm so dumb. Hides the user into... Aha! It's H. H and S. Excessive self-voicing is dookie. Okay? Yeah, this is the skip. Ha, this is way better. Hey, wait, that was so colorful. Go back. Look at that. That's so fun. Okay, skip. You can eat anything, yes? You told me so. It doesn't include dog food. It sighed and tutted the worms wriggling around this annoyance. And here it is. If I click H, there you are. And now we can get screenshot. Okay. It's crazy. Well, that was the game in its entirety. You did not just say that. You guys are so mean. Well, there is two things that I'm going to say before we call it a day. First of all, this was my first ever stream. I know it was a bit janky, and I know that I spent multitudes of minutes being on the Be Right Back screen and not properly assessing what I was supposed to assess, and I would like to apologize for that. And secondly, I would like to talk about the fact that I am going to start an Instagram, which I'm going to start linking in my bio and onto my banner eventually. That Instagram will be for two major things. One is that all the thumbnails that I am making for these are going to be shared there. So if you want to look at the thumbnail as more closely or more detailed, you can and will find them on the Instagram. Other than that, I will start any original characters or self-insert or like just in general fan arts of the games. I'm going to start dropping them there. For example, one that is definitely coming in the future, not this week, and I'm not promising that it's going to happen the next week, but I'm 100% drawing this goober getting a hug, because they deserve it. But yeah, that is all. I hope that everyone enjoyed the stream, and I hope I did well. I really do. I was Spectro, and this was the Melodic. See you next time.